So the heroes of the Forgotten Realms, Jarvis and Nova, as you both have been navigating through Anadbire City, you've encountered many different situations. Blimbo, airship destruction on airship day, the overall loss of the heirloom from said Blimbo, the mass explosions of the bridges in Anadbire, and the potential cataclysmic destruction of the entire city that would have occurred unless both of you would not have stepped in. Yet both did. Upon stepping in, you learned of a couple things. The first thing you learn is that there's individuals in this world that can build these mechanical, wicked, and destructive items that can either explode in fire or detonate in ice, like just that occurred yesterday, technically, for you both.
Technically, yes.
Technically, gosh, isn't it crazy? It's just like 2 days,
weird.
and it's been like
Yeah.
8 weeks.
Yeah, I thought it's been like a month.
It's been insane.
Yeah. So at that point, you've seen that, and then you've also seen the massive airship that has been floating in the sky for roughly a couple hours until it came down, which you've learned it was these individuals that the queen, after meeting with her, explains that these are drow individuals, these sort of underdark elves that typically stay under dark caves beneath the earth's crust, yet are above. And after you defeated the three, you heard the name Dark Mother, and all hail the Dark Mother. Upon going to waking up from that explosion, Jarvis, kind of going back here, that explosion that you saved the city, both of you, you had that moment where you were with your master in somewhat of like a quick take back of events in your mind, living past memories of sorts, visiting that great tree. At that point, you both leveled up after that, and it's been great. You guys are level 2, which is crazy.
Nice.
Yes. There you go. But in the same way, Jarvis, you're having these sort of memories of your past, and that's sort of projecting your future a bit. Nova, you've experienced a new future where the moon is sort of speaking to you or pulling you in or bestowing certain abilities to you. Why? You don't know.
We don't know.
But it's happening, and you're doing some cool shit with it. After that whole night of destruction and saving Lady, Lady Athena. Yeah, Lady Athena. You then go to the Soap and Cream to go see Coral and see Jarzul, but he looks like he's peacing out. Jarzul is leaving because of just the craziness that's happened the past 2 days. But again, Coral's not there. Yet he decides, okay, I'll help you guys out. Takes you to Coral's home, which is literally a stone throws away, and you get into her home. She is not only not there, but her home is distraught. There seems to be scenes of a fight of sorts or a struggle. And upon doing some more investigation, you find upstairs in somewhat of a locked drawer another little box that had these names written on it of locations that you heard about but didn't know all of them. A list of 10 of them, and at the very last one, it was a circled one specifically, and I actually need to pull that back. Yep, that's exactly it. The Blackfin.
The Blackfin.
There you go. And so Coral's not there. You've got another sort of lead here of what's going on. You've heard of the name of the gentleman that is kind of bringing all these thoughts together. After going to Coral's home and the Blackfin is sort of circled, you end up taking a sleep in a tree again.
Yeah, in the same tree where most of this kind of started.
roughing it.
Totally.
Where this friendship began.
There you go. That's great. Friendship in the woods, whatever. You ended up going to meet Brenton because Brenton basically, as one of his crew members, said, "Hey, meet me at the castle. The Council of the Crown is going to meet with you in light of these terrorist attacks." You go to meet the council and almost get shot down in the air. That could have been bad, but you didn't. But you're a kick-ass flyer.
That way.
Yep.
That would have been rough.
That could have been rough.
You met with Brenton. It takes you into the Council of the Council of the Crown, and what you know is that there are 5 members that were sitting up at the large half-circle table, 2 of which were missing. But yet you met Councilman LaCrue, who is asking you repeated questions and really interrogating you both. To which, to your salvation, the Queen pops in. Queen Laurencia.
Yeah.
Pops in, asks for a
Yes, he's so badass.
Well, she pops in for a conversation with you both, and Brenton and Lady Athena. Takes you into her private study in the castle. With all the guards that you could imagine that are around. However, in your conversation, I'll ask you this. Nova, what did you take away from that conversation with her? Both from a maybe like a literal standpoint, but also maybe something just for you.
Just the idea that like she now entrusts us with this, like with being like the heroes of like the crown. Like we are now like her eyes and ears everywhere, which is really interesting because like she barely knows us, and obviously we're 2 races that aren't normally found in this city. So it's interesting that she took us in a way that she did. There possibly is some shady stuff with how she responded to Jarvis telling her about how these drow individuals feel like they are owed something, and the way she reacted was a little. So it's very. I don't know how I feel about her. I feel like you never know.
She's
What about you, Jarvis?
Yeah, she's definitely. Jarvis thinks she's super helpful. Jarvis believes all of her intentions to be true and pure. Sees her to be kind of reminds him of his master. Just her wisdom and knowledge reminds him of his master. So he's very all in for this woman. And as you could tell from him getting on one knee and devoting essentially his life.
Yeah.
Holy sack.
It was a moment.
No, that's good. That was a good moment. She also relayed the information about the drow, explaining that to you. She seems like she's very intelligent. She explained also that King Waldron is severely hurt and in somewhat of a coma sorts, that even the clerics of the city can't pull him out of.
This is the king.
Yes.
The king, King Waldron. And so she asks if you wouldn't mind not only taking care of looking at the city, but explaining that there could be a potential controversy between the west and the east of the city. So remember, the west side is the uppity, high-end, elite side, and the east side is the
middle class, if you will.
Middle class.
The middle and lower class, if you will.
Slum-like.
Yep. And she said that if you hear of anything, fly to the sky and go ahead and make sure that you meet up with her strange bird that she has. Her fat bird. That translucently orange bird that flies through the yep.
What was it? It was a type of bird, like a falcon?
Like a vulture.
It looked vulturous with the 4 eyes that's like on top.
Yeah, it's with the 4 eyeballs.
But it was a familiar.
It's some sort of familiar that she's able to cast, and then, but it to be, yeah.
Cool.
And then she explained about James, Stillwater, Circa's husband, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
You can go have a conversation with him. You can then. Breton was taking you both to go to the guard headquarters a bit to just find some space maybe for you. And
That we could be like, hey, don't shoot us out of the sky. Thanks.
Yep. So
what's happening right now? Are we
at this? The door
Or with
shuts.
Brinson.
The door shuts as you leave the main study of the Queen with Brenton.
So we're with Brenton right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
this has been one hell of a 48 hours.
Welcome to a new
Holy
city.
shit.
It's only been 48 hours for you both here in the city?
Yes. We've only been here for 2 days.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
A lot's happened.
Horrible. I'm so sorry. I mean, that's I would not wish upon that to anybody. And of course, you two, who've graciously gotten connected into this mess. Very appreciative of your work.
Who's this James dude that the Queen was mentioning? I think Nova and I would definitely like to go talk to this gentleman.
Absolutely. Yeah, James is he kind of starts leading, walking you in a different direction you came into the castle and the royal palace.
I follow.
Yeah, and eventually kind of turns into a little bit more less royal and more like when you go through the
quarters.
You go through the kitchen kind of thing.
Got it.
Yeah. Eventually turns into like the outdoor courtyard. Again, it's morning, so it's like roughly 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and sun's out, beautiful, cool day. It's getting like kind of like what it is like now, in around 60 degrees.
I got it.
And he's like, well, James is I'm sure he's somewhere. Is literally like looking over his shoulder. Could be recently in the destruction, kind of doing some crossing his T's, checking his I's, and due diligence in the catastrophic event.
So,
probably over there.
You don't know where he is, or you do?
Well, I personally do not. I believe that's where he could be. It's probably over into the destruction, inside the inner walls.
Got it.
So, okay. And at that point, if you ever need anything, I will be in. He points to like this sort of like royal headquarters kind of vibe, where like outdoor courtyard. There's some people that are like doing some weightlifting and like stress training, and he kind of hits you on the shoulder, Jarvis, and goes, maybe Nova and I can teach you a thing or two when it comes to, you look a little small. He winks over at you, Nova.
No guns. I just flex. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We're at courtyard, right? So I can fly up and out.
Yeah, you can fly up and out.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's find this
Grab me
James
by my shoulders.
Yeah, grab Nova and fly out to where Brenton directed us to find James.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So as you fly up into the air, are you trying to... There's a moment where you fly up and you see, and like the towers, like you just are paying attention that the massive crossbows like turn to you.
We're like, hey,
that's why, yeah,
we just went over this.
Hey, we just had a conversation with the Queen, god damn it, as I'm flying by.
Make a persuasion check just for the fun of it.
I love that.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, God.
It's 3, and my modifier is -3, so it is 0.
You quickly see one of them. It's 2 towers. One of them on the right just slowly, kind of like, doesn't seem to do much. The other one on the left does shoot at you immediately. 14 to hit.
18 AC.
So just flies right past you. And you hear like an air horn go. Yeah. Like it's air horn, and you see Brenton is like going like this, and he looks at you and he's just shaking his head.
He's like, I'm so sorry, buddy. I didn't get up here fast enough.
Just walk around for once in a while. Jesus.
I'm a bird.
You do have legs.
Don't be upset if you get shot down, bird. He's just like starts walking away. The crossbows both go down.
That's fine.
So you're looking for James. Go ahead and give me a investigation check or perception check.
Both
Are we
of us
both
or
doing
one of us
this?
with advantage?
Both of you can if you'd like, or one of them with advantage.
14.
18.
Okay. Yeah, when you immediately fly up, I'm just happy I can do this now. I just want to do this now because I can now. You fly up from over here, so you can see the two. Right, the two.
Yes.
You fly up, and immediately you see that this bridge is completely rebuilt. It's already, it's like wooden door kind of, and all the other ones are not being rebuilt right this very second. Boats and stuff are coming out, but you notice that you don't see a lot of people kind of standing over here. What you see is a lot of people working over here, and
I
don't see your cursor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right here. My bad.
No, it's okay. Like,
So,
might be. I'm like, I don't know where you're talking about.
In between, and then make your way, and there's a lot of people that are just hovering over in this area. A lot of people working on the mass amount of destruction and rubble here. So, guessing best bet is around here or so.
Okay, we go there.
You just want to go straight there?
Yeah, why not?
You see people protesting immediately when you get there. It seems that there's like a group of of money people protesting and getting into some of the workers' faces, hearing things like, "How dare you ruin our homes? This is our estate. Where are we going to live?" Just like a kind of an uproar within. And you see an individual that has like these monocles that are on top of his head, shaggy silver hair, kind of thin, tall though, as he's got some rolled up, like a jacket has the rolled up sleeves, a little bit steampunky, and he's just like, "Well, quit your whining. Do you think that this was planned?" And he's just like, "Oh, you idiot!" And he just hops back down and like starts going to work. What do you do?
I'm gonna fly down and approach this man. Not like right in his space, but like, a little bit away and walk to approach.
Just stroll up.
You stop. Again, a lot of rubble. It was less than when you were over here, Jarvis. A lot of it's already been somewhat cleaned up. However, the big major pieces are present, and you see him going, throwing stuff. "This is not useful."
James?
Yes. And he doesn't look at you, and he just keeps going.
Hi. My name's Jarvis, and this is Nova.
Hi.
It's like, well, look at you. And he literally comes over to you, Jarvis, and he's like, "Arms up, arms up, arms up, arms up, arms up." And he starts like measuring you and your wings.
My arms
and he's like,
my wings?
Just your wing, like
just my wingspan?
Just like your wingspan. And he goes, "That is fascinating. I wonder if the structure of your bones produces the velocity where you can try." And he starts like talking like nonsensical mathematical science in it all.
Hello. We are here from the Queen. I mean, you can look at him all you want, but I just wanted to let you know why we were here.
Well, I'm actually very happy that you're here. There is a lot of work that needs to be done. It takes his ruler, and looks like I'm the only person that really cares about any of this. So, Queen Laurencia, she can just take a couple minutes while I'm able to do my own thing here. Thank you. And he starts to kind of go back to what he was doing.
I have something that you may want to see that has to do with the destruction here, but I feel like it's something that we should look at in private.
He's like, everyone is asking me to look at something. Okay, I don't care about rocks. I don't care
it's
about...
Not rocks.
I think this is going to interest
not rock.
you, dude.
Make a persuasion check. One of you with advantage.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
May I? Because yours is... Oh, God. Okie dokie.
First one 7.
Second one 17. Hey-o! A little bit better.
He sits. He sits down. He's like, what time is it even? You see him take out a bunch of on his arm as he rolls up his sleeve further, and it's just leather watches, just all. It's like, I guess I slept through the night, or I didn't sleep through the night. Gosh, I'm so. It is eventually he's like, I'm really tired, and he's like, he's like, oh.
I just go like, crazy.
He shuffles in. You see him.
Hey. Hello?
Oh yes. You maybe I need a drink or some tea or
we can
something.
Go grab some coffee or something if that would make you feel a little bit better.
He looks over at the people protesting. I don't even want to be around here anymore. Take me. I don't know. Take me somewhere, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
what's race? I mean, describe this fellow.
Total human dude. Human that has a little bit of that soft brown skin, a little softer brown, and no facial hair, no just but really interesting though, that silvery hair. So it looks like he's older, but he's probably not super old. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
How big is he?
He's 6'4". He's a really tall.
He's a big boy.
He's a tall, lanky dude.
He's a big
fuck.
His name's Travis.
Okay. Know any places around here?
Yeah.
That you
We're new. We're new to the area. Do you have a spot?
I hate all these high-end places. It makes me feel icky. I'll just take you to my. He starts to stutter. My estate.
Oh,
and so you see him walk. He's he's super
I love
weird.
That. He's goofy. He's got the gangly arms.
I'm picturing
totally.
a doctor. What's the name of the? Oh my god, this is bad that I don't know the name of the doctor from Back to the Future. Dr. Brown, is it?
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown.
Yeah. Doc Brown. Got.
That's what I'm picturing.
Oh yeah.
I
love that. Doc Brown.
Yeah, I think that's a really good representation of James here.
Hilarious. He's just quirky and weird.
He's super quirky.
Okay, we like quirky people.
I'm gonna follow his flight, of course.
Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna walk. I'm sick of my shoulders are getting sore.
Yeah, he turns to you and he goes, my God, what a specimen. As he's looking up at.
Pretty cool. I mean, he's a little awkward, but I mean, other than that, yeah, he's pretty cool.
Oh, I don't care about his personality. I care about those wonderful wings. The flight, the range of motion. It's interesting. I've never been able to find someone like him in this area. Typically, all the bird creatures don't have wings. What are they called? Kenkus, I believe. Yeah. Just remarkable. I might have to borrow him. From you. I'll get your permission, of course. With your permission, of course.
I mean, I'm not his keeper, but we got a lot going on right now. So maybe after all of this is done, if you want to get some measurements and whatnot on him later with his permission.
He pulls up his other arm. He's like, I have all his measurements that I need. It's all written on his arm already.
Oh my god.
Fucking kook.
Okay.
Straight jacket.
So eventually you guys notice that he like takes you along like the coast a bit, and takes you to the wall. And it's this, think of the wall, remember where that explosion happened?
Yes.
And
yes.
That top of that, literally on the opposite side, he's going in, and you see him like open a door that goes into the wall.
What?
And he's like,
kind of cool.
He goes, you can't fly in here. Can't fly. Are you gonna come down?
And I come down. And
I wish that you could just like. So there.
He ducks under the like 5-foot, door. He calls in here. Do you guys follow?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna have to do the same ducking maneuver.
Thrown in there.
Immediately you walk in.
I just walked through.
Yeah, it's again, it's a fairly thin wall. It's about like 15 feet wide, 20 feet wide of an area, but it's just the whole like, what was it, 60 feet up, and like a long ways. And it's just like varieties of like stairs going up, then platforming, and then you can connect to the other side, stairs down, going up further, and so it's like
very Harry Potter-esque.
Yeah,
where, like there's like stairs and like it's just like a labyrinth of stairs.
But you even see him as he gets in, he takes off his jacket, puts on like another vest that has all these slits inside of it and some like rags dirty. And he goes, how can I help you? And there's like tables along the front area with just different machinery and different tools, and it's really disorganized. Like,
I got it. Long story short, we happened to follow what we now know as Drow, who were the culprits into this explosion situation, back to their little headquarters that they had, and I found this. And I pull out the glass, like, triangle mechanical device. And I'm just, like, holding it in my hand.
Magnificent. Oh, precious. When did you get this again? He's like barely touching it.
Yesterday. The days are blending together with how much chaos has been happening.
It's like the coil system is pretty par at best. The diamond he just talks mumbo jumbo. And he goes, please put it here. And he takes out like one of these tables and like pulls it open, like the table like opens up more, and that opens up, and you see like there could like these mechanical pieces sort of lift up, and there's like these like hands that can like hold different mechanical pieces.
How cool is that?
And he goes to the other side of the table, and you see him as he mutters a word, and you see like Doctor Strange sort of lines that appear around these mechanical pieces that he's now controlling with magic.
That's so cool. That's so cool. He's not he is kind of a crazy kook person, but he's also really dope.
Is this new to you both, I'm guessing?
Yes. I've never seen this before in my life.
This is fucking awesome.
He goes, well, really? Well, thank you. He's like, my wife was the better of the both of us, of course, but I do dabble in what I can.
I love that. That's so fun. Teach me.
He goes, well, I really can't teach you much, because this was the decades of knowledge and understanding the magic arts within specific elements, plus toolery. I don't know what the word would be. And he goes, please put it here. And
Just,
go
like,
ahead.
playful.
Yeah. Why don't you both? What are you looking for in this moment with him?
If he can explain where this may have come from, because obviously this is something that nobody seems to be familiar with, this kind of device, for the people who have seen it.
And Jarvis is looking for clues, where to go next, essentially. So, looking for origination points where we can go scout out, see if we can find more drow and, do more research on this main quest from the Queen. Jarvis is in game mode. He's ready to go.
As he starts playing with it, you see him from fascinating to like, this is, why is it there? How did they make that there? No, that's not that. That doesn't make sense. And you see him as he goes, oh no. And he goes,
Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
what?
I'm sorry. This is not, please take this. Take this item from me, please.
Whoa. We were
Wait,
told you had answers.
Please take this item away from me.
Why?
Please take this item away from me.
What's the
Please
big
take this
deal?
item away from me. Please take this item. And he just like hands on the table and just screams it. Take this item away from me.
I'm just gonna take it and put it in my bag, and I'm like, sorry, but the Queen said that you may have answers to help everybody find out who did this and what they're gonna do next.
She's not wrong. However, how would you feel if you brought in items that can produce dark magic in your home? That'd be something that
I completely understand, but who else but you would be able to help us find answers as to where this is coming from, who possibly could be behind this, because this is something that is similar to your expertise, and you have years upon years of knowledge.
James, we've been here for 2 days in this city, dude.
Sorry. A whole 2 days.
Yeah, a whole 2 days.
We've been here for 2 days, bro, and shit has gone down.
And he's like wiping his face with like a dirty, oily rag, and he's making his face dirty now.
Oh my god. I just want to help people.
You
That's
see
all I
him
want to do.
You see him climb some ladders and then like take this like swingy thing, and it like takes him like down the wall.
Like a ladder.
And you hear like
hey!
you hear like a clattering. Oh, like of stuff. He swings back, and very similar. Go ahead and make an intelligence check, both of you.
Oh god. Oh, a nat 20.
Mine was 17.
Heyo.
Yeah, you see him come down, and he produces a book. Or he has 2 books in front of him. He lays them both down, and one of them is actually looks. You both recognize it looks very similar to the book that Queen Laurencia had when she was talking about the drow. And he basically starts opening both books and walking through them, and he basically gives. And he goes, I forgot another one. And he says, hands one to you, Nova, which is this book about drow of sorts. And he hands the other one to you, Jarvis, which you're finding these weird math equations, symbols, and
none of that makes sense to Jarvis.
And then he goes back. And he's gone for like a minute or two. What do you guys do in that time?
Do you have any idea what's going on here?
I would like to open the book that they have and see if there's any like pages that are like bookmarked, or like any pages, like anything that seems kind of odd that could give us any sort of information.
Yeah, go ahead and make a another investigation check.
Okay, I guess I'm here
3.
alone.
She's like, yeah, she's like, she's so into it right now. And what'd you roll?
3.
You flip through the pages. All of them are like, everyone's marked. So it's not like it's not like anything is special. However, looking through some of it, you gather like what he was like circling and looking at were to be different items or different methods in archaeology. Even though he's like, I'm not like a rock person, he's obviously studying something here. And you see that it does talk about the Underdark. And the Underdark being a place under, not in a different world, but under the earth or inside the earth, as a place of great archaeological find that can generate massive amounts of energy. Jarvis, what do you want to do with the book? Do you want to do anything at all?
He handed me, you said it was like a mathematical symbols on it and stuff?
Yeah, more of like, I mean, less mathematical in the sense of just like 2 + 2 = 4, but something that has to do with like equations with putting like physics meets magic.
I'll crack it. I'll crack it, but he is completely out of his element. He like knows it as he's opening the book.
Go ahead and give me an arcana check, or you can give me a investigation check.
I love this.
You said arcane?
Arcana or invest?
Yeah. I love this. I love the idea of Jarvis opening a book, just in general.
13. And it was arcana.
Okay. The physics doesn't really mean anything, actually. But the things that you catch when it comes to the magical things that is spoken about in this book, representing energy that is bestowed from one thing to the next. So you're in your knowledge of Key, for instance, you're somewhat of a messenger. You access or tap into your own energy that is worked on and built up in you that then you can use, right? And so it's this idea of being able to take energy and then use it for something else. So that's a little bit of the difference, though. And learning how to take energy and put it to something else. Somewhat of like you giving your key to Nova.
Okay. That's how he's understanding it?
Yeah.
Got
it. So he comes back and he has like another set of like notebooks that he's putting out, and he like puts them out on the table. And he says, "This is interesting. I've been studying the ability to not only channel energy, which is exactly what an artificer do by putting magic into something and making it magical, bringing it to life of sorts. However, there are..."
James, can I stop you there for a second? Can you explain this for the D+ students in the room, please? Appreciate it.
He goes, he's like wide-eyed, like hands on like wide-eyed.
Like, I have to dumb it down.
D. I've never even gotten below an A+. This is weird. D. How do I give you a D?
We think that we have no idea what you're talking about. And just explain it for like dummies.
This is us.
Awesome.
And this is energy. Big circle with like stars all around. We, given by the gods, and just draws a line to the energy, can then take and use for many reasons. It just like draws a house and draws like fighting and draws like building, whatever. And he goes, and others can take that energy and use it not just for manipulative means, but turn that essence of that same magic into something extremely dark. And there are only certain, and he's just like, only certain places, like a map comes down, only certain places that has elemental shards is what they're called, that have these potent energy to then
like an energy
put into
pool.
But it's like an item. It's an elemental shard. It's a specific shard that has energy in it so much that then when it's put into it's. I mean, he's like now I'm thinking that's probably what that item was that you had. Did you have that? Who had that?
I had that. I have that. I have that. They had that, and they had a table full of that. I didn't even get to tell you about that, but there was like tables full of like pieces of things. I just took one.
No, but I hope you were taking notes because I didn't bring my notebook to this class. I didn't know that.
I got this.
So.
And he's like, and that's why what you have. That's amazing. You have basically you have what's a container. And he's like, oh, that's why it has the residual, because it's able to be used more than once. And he's just like, oh my gosh, he's just making sense of it. Basically, he goes, what you have is an energy capsule, meaning it is able to withhold strong energy, elemental shards like you have, and to be able to then tapped into and then used to whatever you want. That's why there was an ice explosion over there. That's why they maybe used it for a fire explosions over on the docks. And for whatever reason.
So they're elemental things. So like earth, wind, fire, water kind of things.
And he says,
that's
the reason why your item makes sense. Your item isn't necessarily dangerous. However, it can withhold that power. And there's residual dust, if you will, that's still on it, which is what gave me a heart attack.
Got it. So, am I carrying a bomb in my backpack or am I not carrying a bomb in my backpack?
Carry the bomb. It's kind of exciting.
Great. That's great.
Any outside questions outside of game? So moving out of the game, any questions on what just was said?
So he said they can be used more than once. Each item can be used more than once, or that shard can be used more than once.
What he was alluding to was the capsule, the energy capsule.
Got it. Interesting.
Yeah, I understand the elemental shard thing. I'm trying to think if there's any questions that.
Yeah, and the elemental shards are great shards that withhold elemental power.
Got it.
And that's why he was opening up the book to the Underdark.
Got it.
As he even say, he points into it, and that's why I've been trying to study about the Underdark, because I've heard that there's great power there, maybe where these elemental shards come from, and these individuals are from the Underdark. At that point, that's probably where they're able to make these. Maybe not even these. And he goes, "Go ahead, sorry."
What do these Drow and the Underdark? What do they have to do? How do they connect to the city?
Oh no.
They mentioned that they felt like the royal system here in the city owed them something. What does that mean?
Like, was there a falling out at some point? Were they above ground at some point?
They had to have been
Was
connected.
this their land beforehand? What do you know history of anything like that?
History really isn't a strong suit. However, if you look at humanoids across Faerun and Toril at large, what is there to say other than people taking what's not theirs and owning something that never belonged to them in the first place? It's really where everyone started.
So you're telling us that
Possibility.
these people are from an Underdark. Who knows how many of them are there? And that's where they're coming from. And they have these elemental bombs that they can set off at will, probably being made or sourced from this Underdark.
I would say that the elemental shards are definitely from Underdark, but he goes, but this technology is relatively recent. I would be flabbergasted to believe that they're able to create such items as this down in wherever in the Underdark. It has to be from somewhere else.
So what have you found on the location of this like Underdark? Like, where do they technically come from? Because obviously they're under the earth, so like they had to come out somewhere to come here. Do you know of like locations of where these may be coming from nearby, like these elemental shards being near the city?
Not like, can I be honest? I'm not someone for legends or pretend. I want the hard facts, and I want them as fast as possible.
The hard facts are these people that you're describing have infiltrated this city, your city, and killed people. That's the fact. And we're here to get answers to stop it. So if you have any information, any at all,
Even if it's not a fact that you believe in.
Just looks.
James, I gave the queen my word.
And he looks back. We all gave the queen our word. And I'm doing all of that I can for this city and for the crown. Yet in this particular moment, as I was saying, I do not know of individuals and their location. I'm not even familiar with the term drow as much as any other well-astute individual.
Jarvis just starts pulling stuff out of his bag. He pulls the grappling gun out and tosses it onto the table. He pulls the tube of smoke out that he got from the drow and puts it on the table. And he's like, will these help?
He's like I really don't know what you want from me. I mean, these are fascinating objects and weaponry. If there's a particular question I might be able to answer, but to your original question, I do not know. I do not know of where said Underdark begins. I know it's below the earth, and that's why I've shown you this book.
But have you, because you said you were looking for these energy sources, have you found anything? Have you found any sort of spikes in energy that may be a location that we should look, that they could possibly be sourcing from?
Yes, the only places that I've ever heard of energy that is technically untapped in this continent is actually not on this continent itself. It's off the coast. Just beyond the Sword Coast. And he goes, let me pull this up here really quick for you. He goes, I don't have much more. I've heard that the many islands off of the Sword Coast, the furthest ones, they may be able to have some more explanations, but people don't go there anymore. This is not, you don't know what lies beyond the Sword Coast. Sometimes you don't even know what lies beyond here, as you could see in this destruction yesterday. But that's all I can give.
So none of the rest of this stuff looks any sort of familiar, or like you can kind of piece like where it came from, like this tube of smoke, because obviously I've got like this bomb thing. What is this?
He pulls that up. He looks like, this, we don't own stuff like these, but this seems like it's some sort of smoke that is alive, that at that point, if you explore it, it just may explode with smoke, like a smoke grenade of sorts.
Got it. Seen one of those.
And this is, a grappling gun. I've never seen anybody use one, but it seems self-explanatory. He shoots it. It just like shoots out and goes like and hits the wall, and he goes, ah. And then eventually you see him kind of press a button, and he shoots back in.
Jarvis puts the stuff back in his bags.
He's like, I'm gonna keep that.
He goes, James, we want to help the city, and I know you do too. That's clear. What is it that you need from us moving forward to get to the bottom of this, to find Underdark? What do we need? Can you point us in any direction?
Like, can you show us on a map where these islands have been like known to?
He pulls out. He like pulls out like old maps and sorts. And it literally just shows like maps of like kind of like of Faerun, and it's literally west Sword Coast, and it's like literally these like dots. People have gone to these areas out into the sea. I'm not a seaman.
Jarvis is a
He's a pirate.
Jarvis is a pirate. Has he been to these locations, anywhere around these locations that he's pointing to on the map?
From what we've communicated and what we've talked about is less of like of these major jungle-esque islands, and more of the coastal stuff, and then going out a little bit to the smaller islands, but not leaving the Sword Coast itself. When they talk about the Sword Coast, it's like the coast of the land of Faerun plus miles of water and the sea.
Yeah.
This is past that, is what he's talking about. And what he's showing you on a map is just like, and so again, he goes, the Underdark might be a place that does have these elemental shards. I don't know how to get to them or where they are specifically. These islands also are places that might be able to produce for you some further knowledge of, these are probably where ancient ruins have laid and lie, where past civilizations used to be before they migrated here. I don't know. I'm not a historian. I'm just...
May I ask something? With this bomb thing, you say it can go off, but is there anything that like we should be wary of with having this on us? Like, what can make it go off? Like, is there anything specific, like heat or anything that like we should really keep this like under wraps?
Yeah, come on, Doc. Use your
Unless
PhD here.
it's a PhPD, okay? Piece of shit. He goes, I think the greatest worry that you might have is that those that you took this from may look for you.
Right. Fantastic. I mean, they're dead.
Good luck.
The 3 of them are dead. 3 of them are dead, so I mean...
Oh, there's
Well,
Well, they're
duh.
out.
more. All right, Doc.
Here's some so let's do this. Time pause. Let's do this. Because a lot here's the trick with this. A lot was given and to make sense of. However, it can feel like nothing was given. So take a moment really quick and like let's think through a bit. What did he simply lay out?
That there are different items and artifacts that are in the Underdark that can possess great power. And then you saw the whole thing about like the idea of being able to take energy and take it and then pass it from one thing to another, but not in like the way that like artificers use it.
So
in that sense.
So they have a.
And we have
wizard,
elemental
sorcerer.
bombs.
I mean, there's someone who's.
There's got to be someone with like like an actual like magic background.
Yeah, that's helping.
Yeah.
With someone who, and they can't be that old because he literally said the mechanics of this are very new. So it's like a combination of like an old sorcerer who's very strong and a new artificer who just like wants to like. Are you owing?
Yeah. I bet you.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself. Or talk to her later.
All right, Doc.
Or you want to share it, or go,
take off.
or share it, or share it.
Is there a possibility that you can help us find a possible ship at some point? Like, do you know anybody who would like willingly go over there, or like where
Jarvis
we can get a ship if we
raises
decide to
his
want to
hand.
go? Not you.
Fucking pirate standing over here. Kind of what I do. Also, I have wings.
He's like, he's not listening to you guys anymore. He's just like reading and doing some other research and like doing some other stuff now. And you asked him that question. He's like, yeah, there was a guy named what the hell is his name? Really funny. I think his name's Blimbo. He helped me one time. It was really funny. But that's about it.
Excuse me, what do you know about this Limbo fellow?
He's like this halfling, funny guy. Tells a lot of jokes. I mean, I've
do for you before.
Well, at that point, when I was looking to build this airship, or my wife was, we actually looked at other vessels and studied actual ships for a period of time. And he was able to show us a little bit about the many ships that he owned within the city.
Did you get a funny feeling about this halfling fellow?
You see, there's a moment where he just stares at you, and you think he, like, looking at him, he is a funny fellow. And so like he's like,
in other words, well,
is there anything that felt like sketchy?
Listen. Let's cut the shit. We've dealt with this Blimbo fucker, okay? He was a halfling.
Hey.
He was a halfling when we met him. We met him at the fucking tavern. What's the name of that place, Nova? God damn it.
No, Lazy Mermaid.
The Lazy
the
Mermaid.
Drunken Mermaid.
The fucking drunken
something
mermaid out there. Okay?
The mermaid.
Cheeky mermaid.
The cheeky
Yeah.
mermaid.
We met him at that tavern. Okay? We had just gotten here 2 days ago. And we didn't know our way around. He showed us around and he stole something from me. Something that's very important.
What?
He shapeshifted.
No, he didn't.
From a halfling.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Listen. From a halfling to a satyr to an old man and finally a small boy.
Listen,
he was a gnome boy before that.
That altitude that you're getting at is probably doing something to you. I'm curious. And he comes over to you behind the table.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Take a step back. Absolutely
James,
not. We would not come
I
here.
just unlocked my key points. I don't want to use flurry of blows on you.
Okay, calm down. But listen, we would not come here and tell you some bullshit story about Blimbo if it wasn't a legitimate thing. And that's the very beginning to our shit show of 2 days that we've had in this city. And we just want answers. And obviously, for some reason, we didn't know he owned ships.
Wait a second. This is not getting anywhere. What is that? James, what I just described to you, someone who can be a halfling 1 second, then a satyr the next. Then an old man, then a little boy. What is that?
But nothing, everything changes but his hair.
What is that?
Sounds like a good time to me. That he kind of does.
All right, I think our times here are done. We're not getting anywhere.
It's wasting time.
Later, Doc. We'll see you around.
Hey, I am for you, and I wish you the best. And if you need anything else to be looked at or understood when it comes to those objects, please come back. Find me. And if I find something, how do I connect with you?
We'll be around.
Yep.
Tell the queen.
Yeah, tell the queen.
She's a queen. She's much harder to find. Okay, bye. Okay.
Tell the guard to tell the queen. I pop my head back in.
Brenton.
There's like
his name is Brenton.
Brenton.
Yeah, Brenton.
His name is Brenton.
None of them wear name tags.
Yeah, well, you're just gonna have to ask around, okay?
Yeah.
Brenton.
Just walk up.
It sounds like you're expecting me to do more work just to find you. When if we could just say like, hey,
okay, but we can say this could be us saving it for you to have to rebuild a bunch of crap from crazy people who live inside the earth blowing up stuff. So I mean, like, a little extra work could save some lives, save you some time later on.
Hey, Doc. All that magic that you were doing, that fucking Doctor Strange shit, you can't send up a signal in the sky? Can't let us know, like fucking mage light or something? Good lord. Get creative, kid. It just leaves.
As you guys shut the door, you hear...
You made him cry!
It's Jarvis.
That'll be fine. God, he's having a full mental breakdown inside the wall. Imagine people walking past and just hearing screaming and crying coming from inside the wall.
He just reminded me of this Blimbo character. We need to get our hands on that little rascal.
As you guys leave the area, you guys see that the protesting has started to get a little bit more. You're starting to see some of the people like push some of the other other workers that may have been working on the ship.
Oh God!
And pushing them. Give us our home backs. This is our home. We never signed for you to do that. Get them. You see some someone punches someone, and now it's a brawl.
Absolutely not.
It's a full out physical fight, and there are no guards around.
Well, who's fighting who?
You see these uppity people, young and old,
fighting the people who are working,
who have been working on these ships.
What the heck?
What? Working on the ships?
They're working. Dude, they're working.
The airship
is
the airship
and all that crap.
The airship that was destroyed. There's still people with James that were helping pick it up. To hear some of it, they also looked like artificers or other individuals that are hired from the city to be able to take care of the destruction and yet also contain it. It's like when the government would send out people to, if there was something happened, they would be sending out people to go take care of that. Like what's a good example? I can't think of a good example.
Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this a brawl now? Is it just between 1 and 1, or what's that?
There's about 15 of these people that are the uppity people. We're gonna call them uppities, and there's about a good 10 of these workers in this area. And every once in a while, another one comes from running, and there's just meat sack.
Jarvis flies straight in there.
I was about to say, can I be picked up by Jarvis and kind of placed in the center? And can I cast thaumaturgy where my voice will boom up to 3 times as loud as normal for a minute?
Whatever you guys want. You don't have to ask. You say do it. Do you pick her up, Jarvis?
Yeah.
Is that
Are you
play it out. Go.
Pick me up.
What? They're fucking fighting. What are you talking about? I'm gonna stop them.
Me up
and
now.
Bring you where? We have to stop the fight.
Drop me in the middle.
Fuck. I grab her and I fly up and I am hovering above the fight. Now what?
Can I do the perk thing that I discussed with you? Yeah. Hell yeah. So you don't know this, but whenever I cast the spell, my hair starts to glow bright white light and floats, and I just yell at the top of my lungs. Are we serious?
Make a persuasion check.
I love this. 9.
At that point, you see some people turn and look at you, but they keep going. And at that point, Jarvis, you're seeing her do that and scream it out. Some people stare at her, but there's 15 on 10 right now. In rubble, picking up rocks, hitting each other with them.
What's your plan here?
I'm trying to figure it out. Are you gonna do something, or are you just gonna float up there with your wings?
You asked me to pick you up, and I'm flying here. What do you want me to do?
What do you think you should do?
Well, at this point, you guys see that some of the James comes out of the side wall, plus these guards that are on top of the around the area on top of the wall have their crossbows ready to go. It's coming around. It looks like the guards are now showing up. Are you doing anything?
I'm immobile. I'm holding Nova over the brawl. I
can't
do anything.
You put me down.
Where?
I asked you to just drop me in the middle.
Drop you in the middle of
the
fight?
No, not in the middle, but off to the side, where they would be in front of me and I'm off to the side.
Shit, fuck. Okay, I just drop her over there, and I go in there and I die.
Everyone roll for initiative. Yeah, roll for initiative here.
Oh, fucking sweet baby Jesus.
Natural 1. I have 5.
Okay.
Let's get the natural ones out of the way on initiative. It's good for me.
11.
11?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh god. Get this me out.
So the way that we're going to do this is in groups. So it looks like the 15 bad people or the wealthy people. Who are you trying to stop? Before we go any further, what do you?
I'm defending the group of people that were
working.
Just trying to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say that you are up against the 15 people, and we are breaking that up in groups of 5. So you got 3 groups of 3 packs, okay, of sorts. Okay, and all 3 of them go before you.
Okay.
Great.
But you guys fly in. One group goes at you, Jarvis, immediately. You feel them thinking of them as grabbing your wings, pulling you in, trying to hold you down. So they're, as a group, they're going to make a grapple check. So make a athletics or acrobatics check for me.
19 plus 6 is 25.
Okay, you succeed, and so for the second action of them is they're trying to grab you. They're not able to grab you, however you want to describe. But then there's going to be a variety of just like punches at you that we'll just do as one. What's your AC? It was 18, right? Dude, how do you stop them? How do you? They like totally miss you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So he's, I mean, obviously very, very, very agile, especially in the air. So you see the Aarakocra in him and the survival as a bird come out, just like dodging. And, you know, he, at one point, you know, normally his wings, both wings are out, but at one point you see him pull one in to avoid a grapple and kind of soaring on one wing for a second, and then he puts it back out, and he's like flying around and just dodging and weaving in the air.
They're just screaming, yelling. At that point, the other group will come at you, Nova.
Fantastic.
Athletics or acrobatics check. You have to beat a 14.
16. Oh, 18, maybe.
Cool. That works. Then they're going to attack you. Just like, what are you? Get out of our way! And then they hit you. Your AC altogether, is it a 16 hit?
Yeah, 16. Yep.
You're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage. As if a couple of them just like punch you and hit you in the side. Then the third group is going. And we're going to say the third group goes for the 10 or so. And we're going to say that the 10 people have a group hit points of about 20. Okay? And so we're going to roll. That'll hit them. I rolled a natural 19. So they have 15 hit points left. Okay?
Okay.
So once we get to 10 hit points, yeah, you'll see. Okay,
whose turn is it?
Jarvis. No, sorry, Nova.
Yeah, it's Nova's turn.
Yes, it's me. So I have 3 against me, correct, and 3 against the 10 people. Am I closer?
You've got
to the
5
10?
against you, 5 against Luke.
Okay.
And
so who is closest to the group of people right now?
that's why I just broke it up. That's you both are. Don't worry about distance. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. Because I would like to somehow, in a quick manner, get it over to the 10 people. Because like I don't really care that they're trying to fight me. Like I'm trying to protect these people.
Okay.
So, and what would I like to do? I feel like I want to use my rope dart to grapple some of the 5 people, like however many I can kind of grab and kind of like yank them and like off their feet.
So you can grapple one person at a time.
Got it. Sounds good.
But if you're trying to figure out a way to trip all of them, that's going to be more of a you both work together.
Got it. So I'm just gonna do 1 for now. And I'm gonna grab 1 by like the ankles and kind of like throw them off to the side so that they kind of like
roll for attack, go.
Get out of the way. Oh crap, where is it? There it is. 7. 11, so +4.
Yeah, that gets them.
Hey-o! Let's go!
And so what are you trying to do? So you have them grappled, grab them, now you pull them in, they're on the ground, they're wrapped around their legs.
Like, I want to like kind of like fling them like in the opposite direction, like further away from the people, so then they only have 4 that they're having to deal with right now.
Thrown, for sure. Okay.
Nice. I don't care about using a bonus action. I'm fine.
Well, if you have something,
I have 2 weapon fighting, which
so
I
go
don't
ahead
really
and just
understand what that is.
Basically, if you're going to use, say, a dagger and a dagger, or a short sword and a dagger, you can do 1 with the dagger and 1 with the short sword. So if you, say for you, if you want to use a dagger and stab someone and try to kill them, you for sure can try. Or
sure, why
whatever
not?
whatever your goal is here.
Why not? I mean, I don't want to murder people, but I would like to like harm them enough where they won't hurt anybody else.
Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil style.
Okay, so total fisticuffs only, and like grapple and pin, and like okay, cool. Yes. So then that's the end of your turn, Jarvis.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do same type of deal. I'm going straight over to the defenseless 10, and I am going to use my action to key point for the first time. I assume they're under attack, so I'm gonna do everything that I can to use Wings of Defense. It says an ally, but I was hoping that maybe I could,
Yeah, no, that's an ally. That's an ally for sure.
So the group of 10 would be an ally. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just one of them that I
can. Okay. In this context, that makes sense because this is so like disarray, and we're just trying to make this flavorful and move forward.
Spending my first key point for Wings of Defense as you channel.
Awesome.
You readily stretch out your wings to protect an ally that is within 5 feet of you being attacked in any manner and at any range. This boosts your ally's AC +3.
You literally are just like taking the brunt of the attack against them. So
if the attack hit, the damage is split between. So I don't know if you want to roll an attack on them maybe.
So you using your you're using, we're going to say this because I'll talk to you later about this too. You're using a reaction technically because it's a reaction to do this. So we're going to say that you're basically doing this and just protecting. So when they do attack, you've got them.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Cool.
When it's their turn, when they attack, yeah. Okay, cool.
But I'm there. I'm a siren of defense. I'm not leaving the side of the 10.
You see.
Question.
Yep.
So does that mean that my AC will go up to 19? Correct.
He's not doing it to you.
Oh, I thought I was with them. Sorry.
No, he's talking about the 10 workers.
Yes.
Worker boys.
Don't worry. Don't worry, babe. This will be used. This will be used in the future.
One group against Nova, which I already rolled which was a 2 to grapple you, which probably doesn't unless roll an athletics or acrobatics check for me, and the other one is going to be a 5 to hit, which doesn't hit you.
15.
Yep, you're good. The other one's a grapple again. Jarvis, so that one's going to hit you, Jarvis. That's 2 points. So the other group is going to do this.
Their AC is raised +3. Remember.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. Yeah, so commoners, I'm just putting at 10 as the AC flat, and they rolled. Yeah, exactly. So altogether, both groups take 5 hit points. You take 5 hit points, and they take 5 hit points because both groups. Now what you're seeing Nova is that there's only 4 around you, while all of them, the other 10, are around Jarvis. And Jarvis, there's a moment where you're just like you've surrounded them, like you're just like, and they're all like trying to grapple you and do shit. And you were holding your ground because they fucking rolled horribly. However, they have 10 hit points left.
The group does? Our group?
And so you're seeing some of them drop down to the ground, though. Because of other other things that are getting through that are hitting them.
Okay. I could use a little help over here. You have anything,
I'm coming.
Of yours?
I'm coming, and I didn't get to write down all my spells, so sorry about it. I tried.
You can, if you click, you're reading it, cool.
No, I'm reading. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
In this context, I would say, let's look at your stuff here. It doesn't seem that. I mean, if you want to get creative in some way, shape, or
what?
Shield of Faith.
You could use command. You could try using command. You could.
So I have a question. So when we were looking at this earlier, when I clicked command at the top, it says cast 2 and then spell slots. Does it take up both my spell slots?
It's like a little.
When I click on it to read the description.
No, it's just you have 2 spell slots right now. If you click on it,
because when I click on like animal friendship, it just says cast and it just says use, so it doesn't take up a spell slot.
Right, because animal friendship is a feat.
Got it.
No, you got that from your feat, and so that's only once per long rest. That's not a spell slot. Same thing with Misty Step. Misty Step is only once per long rest. It's not using a spell
Wanted
slot.
to make sure. Sorry, I didn't get to read enough.
You're fine. But you could say command and like stop a group, or you could try. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what you've got.
I think I would like to use command, and I want to do. I'm trying to decide if I want to halt or make them grovel.
You got 5 seconds. 5, 4.
I say 3. Let's make them halt for now.
Okay, cool. They are going to make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. Is that what that is? Yep, wisdom. Yes. And they have to beat 13.
13.
Box of Fate.
Yep, they have to beat 13.
You have to beat a 13.
Yes.
Why?
Can you see
wisdom?
That's what it is.
That's her DC.
Like it says right. Yeah.
Okay, can you guys see my stuff here? Can you see the area?
Yes.
I can.
So
that's better.
You're going to halt the group of 4 that's in front of you.
Yeah, what does that look like? I'm interested.
What?
That spell? Is it just a spell that she casts, or what?
Yeah, basically
the one-word command.
And basically it's only one creature, but in this case I'm putting them as they're so small of people and just like creatures, like commoners, they have like 2 hit points. Like if you guys just like bop 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 bop, they're probably gonna go down. But she's gonna command. I'm gonna say you can command all 4 of them that are in front of you, and then they'll halt. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay. This is D&D, baby.
17.
Son of a bitch.
They're more. Yeah. So you have to make sure you cast that. I know that sucks.
I did.
Sorry.
It's okay. I tried.
You can. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't cast that again. But they are not stopping. They're just. You see that they are make an Arcana check.
Both of us, or who? Just Nova?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Was going to be a 19, check. Then rolled over to a 3.
Mine was a 6.
For there is an aggression that is deep right now that may or may not be more than just humans being human, or there might be something else that's providing an additional anger.
Got it.
It's
got it.
Jarvis's turn.
Okay. How many are on me right now?
10.
Okay.
10.
You've protected the group for sure. They were going to do 10 hit points of damage and dropped you down to 5, but you've reduced that in half altogether, which is solid.
This, Wings of Defense lasting? Are we saying that I mean it can last as long as like a spell like concentration? How does that work? Just one turn?
It's only so when you use a reaction, it goes the entire round, and once it comes back to your turn, now you have your reaction back, and you could technically cast that again.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that again as a reaction.
You are now seeing, because this is so fast though, that you're now seeing guards start to swarm the area. They're on foot, they're on horseback, and they're traveling close.
The cavalry has arrived.
Yeah, but you're still again, the reason why I'm saying you rolled really crappy, both of you, but there's some sort of anger. There's some anger here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are going to attack you. A group of 5 of them leave that area off those individuals and swarm back at you. So 2 groups are coming at you now, Nova, instead of just one.
Times.
So grapple, dude, that sucks. The other grapple for them, 15. Roll an athletics or acrobatics check.
Son of a bitch.
To hit them, dude. My rolls suck.
Fucking 12.
You become grappled.
Great.
So that you over your shoulder, you see them. They like pick her up, Jarvis, and you're now held and grappled. Them. You can still attack them and hit them, but your speed, you can't run around anywhere.
Got it.
You can cast spells. You can do everything.
Okay.
You will take You will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage altogether.
Got it.
As they're just pelting you now.
Great.
And the last group is going to attack and do their one. It doesn't hit you. They miss. And so like they pelt you, but it's just they're missing.
Who?
You, Jarvis.
Oh, okay.
You.
So at that point, Nova, what do you do? You're being grappled.
I'd like the Misty Step.
Where do you Misty Step? Like right by him?
Yes.
Okay.
Because now there's less people. There's less people in there. And because you were taking all the blunt of the damage, I would like to use Shield of Faith so then Jarvis doesn't have to hold that anymore.
Okay, so make sure you cast Misty Step.
Yep.
And then
Got
for
both
Shield of...
It uses another spell slot.
Awesome. So you see Jarvis around the group and like kind of like in like around you, unless you step out of this area. That group, there's like this like aura.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm on the outside of the shield.
Unless you want to be part of it, you can leave it.
You can be inside.
Yeah, on the outside.
You see as it covers all of those people, except for the people that are bad, and it's like this like light, white, beautiful moonlight shining.
Can my hair be glowing and I'm just like
glowing.
Standing there like doing this like fucking orb.
Yep, and you're going to cast that, and you got to hold that, I believe. It's concentration, so you have to hold that. You can do other things, but if you take damage, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you can hold that concentration.
Got it.
Okay.
So Jarvis, your turn.
I am going to have my reaction back. Is there a limit on Wings of Defense or no? Can I just
technically no? It's as a reaction. Yeah, use it as typically it's used for the reaction, meaning that if someone's attacking them,
okay,
but in this case it makes sort of sense.
So there is a firm shield barrier in between these people that are being attacked and the attackers now, correct?
It's a magical field that produces a +2 to AC for them. So like they could hit through, but it's like a special what if? Remember the last episode of What If?
Yes. No.
Doctor Strange puts.
Oh yes, the Doctor Strange one. Yes.
No, not the finale.
Oh no, I haven't seen the finale. No, not yet.
Well, poo.
All right. Jarvis just goes, "Fuck this," and he's gonna fly up into the air, and he's gonna attempt to tornado strike the shit out of this group, the attacking group, but not hit anyone directly. He's attempting that the impact
to like scatter,
is going to kind of like shove him back.
Scatter.
If that.
All you have to do is in total beat a 10. That's all you have to do.
Oh,
let's go. Land this shit, please.
Can you please? Can we see it? I'd love to see it.
She said.
It's okay. Just do it.
$11.
Yes!
I literally rolled a 5 and I have a +6 on it.
Ayo!
Roll damage, please.
I feel like it creates like
much.
a crater in the
I'm
wall.
not Daredevil, right? Knocking people out.
I don't want to kill people. So unless they're bad people.
It's a 1d4 + 4, right? I mean, that's not changing just because it's a group.
No. It's like there's things called swarms of bats or swarms of rats, and you don't kill each individual rat. You kill the swarm. So this is sort of like a swarm of people.
7 I rolled.
You see, as you do that, 7 of them drop, and are just like,
ew.
There in total, there are 7 of them left, which at this point they sort of start to like disperse and they start to get ravaged, and if they at this point you even see they start to like
Okay, can I bonus action flurry of blows?
Dude, go for it.
This is a key point, correct?
Yep.
Okay, that's my second
What
and
is
last
this?
key point.
You see him. You see Jarvis move faster than you've ever seen, and he just swarms up and goes bop bop. Hits 2 times.
It is a 16 to hit.
Yep. And you do it again. You get 2 hits. You get 2 of them.
I have to roll 2 times to hit.
Yep. You roll for each blow.
16 and a 13.
That both hit. So you roll damage for both. Yeah, we'll definitely say that at the end of this, you just go bop 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 bop.
And so he's using his quarterstaff. I want him to use his quarterstaff too for flurry of blows, if that's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be for this. That's fine.
It's
but
normally just
technically that's a no.
Flurry of blows because damage is higher.
I'm just picturing Donatello. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Donatello from TMNT.
I love that. Good old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Or frickin' what's his Neo in Matrix 2 when he's up fighting all of the Smiths.
Yep.
Cool. At that point, they all fall down, and you see like the like typical Jackie Chan movie, and everyone's fought, and they're like,
I love that.
At this point, you see Brenton on horseback ride up to the group, and Brenton kind of looks down at you both and looks at the rest of and sees the people. Goes, well, pretty good job. But at this point, you notice that the people that were being protected, or that you were trying to protect, start to push each other. And you get off me.
Shit?
Well, you get off me, and some of them like start to wrestle to the ground. And he gets off the horse, and people are like, "What do you guys do in this moment?"
I'm helping to break it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, give me athletics checks, please.
17.
14 plus 3, 17 too for me.
Yeah, you both are able to like grab some of them and pull them back, and they're just angry. Brenton calls for more guards to come down, and like James, you notice that there was this moment. Both of you go ahead and make another either Arcana check or actually Insight check. That's better. Give me Insight check.
A nat 1, and that's 5 for me.
9.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give you stuff. Your rules suck.
Flippin' crap.
It's
trash.
You're
rolling in person.
You don't know why they're now all of a sudden they're getting mad. However, when you see James and he's coming out and he goes, "What are we even doing right here? This is my ship. You guys are gonna do this all around my..." And he's angry. He's just fucking angry. Everyone's angry. Except for you two and Brenton and the guards in this area. What do you do?
Like a dark magic residue.
I'm just helping to break shit up.
Yeah, it's broken up. More guards come. They're pulling people away, trying to get them out of here. And you see Brenton James he's like, "God damn, this is just a waste of time. All of this is a waste of time." And he just kind of gets in. At this point, he like grabs Brenton and pulls him to the side. And you see James and him having a stern conversation, back and forth. But Brenton is kind of like this.
I'm gonna walk over there.
Yeah, screw it.
At that point, you hear James as he's saying, "And you think this is my fault, don't you? You think..." And he gets sort of like conspiracy. "I didn't do any of this. If anything, these two randos come up into this city, and we don't do anything."
Buddy. Whoa! Before we start pointing fingers, we literally just separated this whole shit show down here.
He comes to go for a punch at you, Nova.
Hell
can
no!
I reaction? Wings of Defense?
You can do that. You can do that. Yeah. Do you have a key point
Hell
left?
Yeah.
I do not. Never mind.
No, you don't.
Never mind.
You don't. You can't help me.
Never mind.
I can't help myself either.
He rolled a 9. So how do you stop it?
I just put. Does he try to like punch me?
Total
or does
punch
he,
you.
Oh, can I just put up my hand and catch his fist?
Sure.
And I'm like, whoa there, buddy.
Breton puts him in a headlock. He's like, just be cool. It's okay. It's okay. You at this point see in James his mouth start to like. He's just like getting. He's just so
it's
mad.
Like rage. That's really strange. Did we left those books with him, correct?
Yeah.
The books that he gave us? Okay.
Those are his books, yeah. What do you do? We're wrapping this up soon.
Brenton, there's
there's
some serious shit going on here.
What do you mean?
There's some dark magic.
We were protecting this group of people from this group of people. And then as soon as that was done, the group of people that we were protecting started turning on each other. And now it's happening to this dude. Something's going on here, man.
Everyone get out of here.
There's something with like dark magic.
Get them out of here. Everyone move. Get out. He's calling the guards to get the people out of here. Get all the people from their homes that are on the lower side of this. Get them out of here. Move them upstate more.
They need to be separated, and they need to be looked at by clerics.
Okay. We're moving them out. And he still has James, and he's just holding James. And they start walking away and like pulling him towards the other guards.
And I would recommend not touching any of this shit down here.
Oh, I would
that's
never.
That's what they've all been doing. Oh dear God. Is the bird familiar thing is nearby? Remember, she was like, "If you want to get in touch with me, where's the bird thing?" I don't remember how to call it.
Wasn't it flying in the air? It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be in the air.
Can I get the bird?
I'll check.
Can I get the bird? I'm just like, can I have the bird?
And I fly straight up above the center of the city where she said that it would be flying.
Yeah, she said it would just be circling around the royal palace.
Okay. I'm flying up there. Do I see anything up there?
At this point, yeah, there's a moment where it's like you see like the cloud, and it looks like the cloud kind of shifts into something small. Out of the cloud.
Oh, fat vulture boy.
I'm up there, so I'm gonna be like, can I call it over to me?
How do you do it? You hear from it, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yes, you can talk.
You speak common. Oh, okay. We just need to talk to the queen. There's some shit going on down here.
What do you mean, just talk to? I mean, you could just talk. It's just you need to open his mouth, and out like from the mouth, you see like a hologram picture of the queen's face.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Oh, queen. Give me 1 second. I fly down and grab Nova.
Like
and fly back up.
Whoa.
Well, I didn't realize it would be this quick that I'd be hearing from you.
So we went and saw James, and that was very interesting. He told us a few things about this dark magic orb, elemental shard capsule thing. It's really complicated, so we really need to see you so that we can talk about this in private. But we feel like whatever he was discussing in the sense of this dark magic possible thing has to do with whatever just happened down by the airship. I don't know if there's like a dark magic residue that's on the airship, because that's the only people who seem to be affected by it right now. We're touching parts of the airship.
The people just started turning on each other.
Dear. Well, I'm happy that you both were there to unpack that and see and protect, of course. And I'm sure those that are injured will be okay. However, you both might need to be careful around those items. I'll speak to Brenton and some of the other royal guards and make sure everything is good. Is James there?
He is also affected. He came out and started like throwing like conspiracy theory-esque things at Brenton, yelling and screaming at Brenton, and then tried to punch me when I told him that he needed to calm down. So I don't know if he's in the right frame of mind to have a discussion with currently.
Anybody to try to strike you is not a frame of mind, as I'm sure you. Did you hit him back? I'm sure you struck him.
No, he just missed.
That's James. Well, this is good to know. And I'll to say that none of us here that were previously on the ship on that day have experienced anything strange, so it must be something new after or post. At that point, I'll either speak to James to see if we can find whatever is there that's causing this, or maybe you both could, or but I will say that upon further thinking, I don't know how much more there is to bear with this. I don't know. I guess we will find out in days to come.
Okay, well, we just thought that was important to tell you. We'll see you around.
Stay safe. Whoosh. Fucking idiot.
And I fly back down. And so what's down in that area now? Is it all kind of dispersed? What's going on? Guards are grabbing people?
Guards are grabbing people. They're actually you're seeing guards kind of evacuate some other of the people that are nearest homes to like further down, speaking to them, trying to get them to move them from their homes, which is really hard. Again, there's
like a lot of turmoil has already happened, and the last thing people want is to leave their homes.
I would say too, for both of you, this is not a simple black and white, just like, hey, we'll get through 8 sessions here and we'll figure out everything. Like, things are complicated. Political things are always complicated. People's like endangerment is always complicated. Yeah,
it's deep. There's a lot to unpack. Yeah.
So what do you guys do now? What do you feel like what you want to do?
So I don't know that it's necessarily a dead end for this main quest, finding the drow and stuff, but I essentially think that the next step in that is going to be them approaching us, obviously, very similar to what James said. Next order of business for me would be I have to find Blimbo. The dude obviously,
because there feels like there's like a connection there in some point. Also, like he owns ships, so that like makes me feel kind of weird. Like
remember when Blimbo said that he does like tourist stuff throughout the city? Remember when he talked about that, and how he worked on ships, and like how he's also like somewhat of a sailor or seaman.
Yep.
So. Yeah, but I don't believe a damn thing that comes out of his mouth. It could all be a bunch of hoopla.
That's Jarvis' order of business is finding this fucking halfling satyr old man kid.
Change whatever shapeshifter douchebag McGee. I agree. I also am very intrigued by whatever, like, if there's anything that we can, like, any, like, residue of anything we can see on the airship that could have, like, if there's, like, a dust that's getting, like, wafted or what's going on, because obviously nobody else has been affected by it until they started moving it. So I'm quite intrigued to know about that, but also like it's like hella dangerous to approach that currently. But like, how do you keep other people from being affected? I'm torn.
Well, at that point, it's an interesting thing when it's like what we talked about in the beginning. Right and wrong matters when survival matters most. And so trying to find clear, perfect lines of knowing what to do isn't going to happen here. So as Jarvis and Nova, just take it one strat at a time and go from there. At that point, we're going to end tonight's session here.
Cool. The Royal Brawl, I'm going to call that one.
Yep.
The Royal Brawl. Yeah, dude. They're crazy wealthy people out there.
You know, what are you gonna do? It's like New York.
It's New York, yeah. So thanks for anybody out that did watch this or will watch this, and yeah, talk to you later.